Okay, hello and welcome to our student panel. My name is Mr. Sanson and I am going to host today. So I would just like to introduce you to some of the students. So I have Yeston and Poppy who are in year 7. Yeston, Poppy, give us a wave. Thank you very much. I have Millie and James from year 9. Hello, you two. I have Ellie in year 11. Hello, Ellie. Imi in year 12. Hello, Imi. Emily and Mia from year 10. Hello everyone, and I'm going to start with you first, Mia, if that's okay. Can you tell me about what opportunities and chances you have in the music and drama departments?
Yeah, so music and drama department is one of my favourite aspects of the school. I absolutely love it, and I love being able to perform what I practice in lessons. So I sing, I play the piano, and I do lambda, and I love being able to sort of practice what I do in the lessons and then show it to everyone at school.
Oh, fantastic! And have you been part of any productions at all?
Yeah, so for music, we usually have a concert every single term, and we'll have one carol concert every year, which happens at Christmas time, and it's really beautiful, and it's all candlelit, and it's one of like the highlights of the year. And I love that even, you know, with COVID, we've still been able to show our music by doing virtual concerts, and we've been able to do some lip syncing to some pre-recorded tracks, which I'd never done before, and I really, really enjoyed doing that. So yeah.
Oh, brilliant! What songs have you lip synced to?
It was the Alton School. It was like the sort of carol concert, sort of virtual, and I did a song with a couple of other girls, and we did some lip syncing in a classroom in RS with Mr. Guest, so that was fun.
Brilliant, yeah, that sounds amazing. Thank you. Now, Emily, over to you. What opportunities do you have in the PE department?
The opportunities we get given in the PE department are normally the traditional sports like cricket, rugby, football, hockey for girls, and netball, as I'm in the netball team as well.
Okay, and what positions do you play?
Wing attack.
Oh, good position, brilliant. And do you have many fixtures over the years?
Yeah, we do a lot of home and away games, which is really good that we get to travel out to other schools and also play in our own turf at school.
Okay, and what about training?
Training happens every PE lesson. We normally do like an hour of training and then an hour of another sport.
Okay, oh, brilliant, Emily. Thank you so much for that. And now I'm going to come to you, Ellie. Ellie, can you tell me about the house system, what it is and how it works?
So there are 4 houses, and you get assigned to your house just before year 7 starts. And in your houses, you do lots of different activities. So we do drama day, which is where you have to like make a play in your house, and like the year 11s normally like lead it, and it's based on a theme that the teachers give you. And then obviously you have like sport fixtures in your houses, so like inter-sport house matches. So we do football, hockey, netball and rounders. And then all of these things, whichever house wins, they get like points, and then at the end of the year the house with the most points wins. And all the houses have house captains that are in year 11, and they kind of lead the house on all these things and help them, the teachers.
Oh, brilliant, Ellie. And what house are you in?
I'm in St. Madeline's.
And do they win very often?
They always seem to come second.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you so much, Ellie. Now, Imi, as I introduced you, you're a lower 6th. Why did you stay into the 6th form?
Well, one of the reasons why I stay for 6th form is because of the small class sizes. I think that makes such a big difference, and it's also one of the reasons why I came to school in the first place. But in the 6th form especially, they're much smaller. For example, in my biology class, there's 7 of us, and biology isn't an easy A level, so it makes it forces you to interact in the lesson. But I think that's really helpful because you absorb all of the information, and also the teachers they really adapt to your way of learning. They don't just have a set way, which is really helpful, and having study rooms as well, as you can actually get your work done. But we also have the common room in 6th form where we can all hang out together and do work together.
Brilliant, Imi. Is that your study room that you're in now?
Yes, it is.
Lovely decorations, by the way.
Thank you.
And now coming over to you, Yeston. Yeston, can you tell me about your favourite teacher, your favourite subject that you're studying at school?
Mrs. Sanderson is my favourite teacher who does art, and I think art is a very calming subject because you can just get down and draw. We're doing child illustration books right now, and I'm doing my book about a wishing mouse.
Oh, that's brilliant, Yeston. That's amazing. And so you really, really enjoy art. So is that something that maybe in the future you might continue to study at GCSE and A level?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant, Yeston. Thank you so much for that. Now over to you, Poppy. Hello, Poppy. Tell me about your first day at Alton School in September.
I was really excited to go in, and I was coming in with my friend Millie, who I went to school with before, and so she was really nervous, but like we kind of just went in together. When we got in there, like I felt really excited to meet the teachers and like all the students, and it was like I recognised a few people from my taster days.
Oh, that's really nice.
Too bad.
And so what did you do on the very first morning? Can you remember the first thing that you did when you came in?
So we had a tour, I think, around the whole school.
Yeah.
And when we finished the tour, we went into the classroom and they handed all our books out and stuff for our kids.
Brilliant. And did you get to introduce yourselves to each other and kind of learn names?
Yeah, we did a game in Truth Time to learn each other's names.
Brilliant. Okay, thank you so much for that. And now coming over to you, James. James, can you tell me about any extracurricular activities that we do at Alton School, and any that you particularly do?
Well, we do quite a lot of extracurricular activities. Like we do, it was originally just like a football club that they did. I think it was after school, but it's changed more to like a general sports club. So depending on what we're doing at the moment, we'd do then. And if we needed like some extra practice from like our lessons, we would do some of that in the PE club. And we also do CCF. And CCF's a combined cadets force. So they take you to like different camps and army bases, and you do like lots of activities across a week or a weekend. And you stay in dormitories. You get to meet quite a lot of new people because there's normally like one or two other schools there with you.
Oh, brilliant. And how often does that happen, James?
I think 2 of them have happened so far. One in the summer, I think one was more, I think it was winter, not deep in the winter, but it was a bit colder.
Okay.
And I was the first one, I wasn't able to make it to the second one though.
Okay. And they run every week, do they?
Yeah, CTF club runs every Thursday after school at normal school. And we do marching for a bit to practice that. And we sometimes do activities like we hide in the woods with like army face paint stuff on. It's pretty fun.
Oh, that sounds brilliant, James. Thank you so much. And now over to Millie. Millie, can you tell me what it was like joining Alton School in Year 9?
I was really nervous at first, but once I got to know everyone, I wasn't as nervous because everyone was really welcoming and friendly, which made moving to a new school much easier.
Brilliant, Millie. Were you the only person joining?
No, there was a few other new people in Year 9, so I wasn't the only one moving.
Oh, brilliant. So you settled in okay, and you managed to meet the teachers okay and find yourself a way around the school fine?
Yes, I had met with a few people in the class before going to school, so I knew a few people in the class.
That's brilliant. So that's really, really nice. It helps you settle in and just kind of that first day a bit better, although by the sound of it, still nervous, yes?
Yeah.
That's normal. That's totally normal. So Mia, back to you now. What are the teachers like at Alton School?
The teachers at Alton School, they're really, really supportive, and they do genuinely care about the welfare of the children, and they all really want to make sure that the children get sort of the most out of their education possible. And I think that's really, really shown in lockdown, especially because even though we're learning online and teaching online, it must be really difficult, but they're still really trying to make sure that the children feel as comfortable in their learning as they would if we were in the classroom, which I think is been really, really helpful. And I love the sort of variety in the lessons, sort of no lesson is the same. We learn in loads of different ways. You know, some people are more visual learners, some people learn better, so writing things out. So having that sort of like variety of lessons and how engaging they are is also really, really nice.
Oh, brilliant, Mia. Thank you so much for that. That's brilliant. Now, Emily, you've been on a few school trips that I know about. What were one of your favourite ones that you've been on?
When we went to France in year 8, we went quite in the summertime, and it was just a really good trip. We visited loads of historical places and went to this traditional bakery that we learned how to make croissants, and that was really fun. The baker was a really French character.
And is there any trips that you're looking forward to hopefully happening in the future?
Hopefully, when I go to the 6th form, I'm looking forward to going to Lourdes.
Yeah, brilliant. At Easter time, it's a wonderful trip. Thank you. And now, Imi, I suppose, can you build on that a little bit? You know, kind of what other activities and trips and things are there in the 6th form?
Yes, so we have a lot. Obviously, because of COVID, I haven't been able to go on any trips in the 6th form. But there are a lot of trips offered. So you can go to New York just before Christmas, which I think would be amazing. Lourdes, as Emily spoke about, Amsterdam, and India, which is after your A-levels in year 13. So fingers crossed that can still go ahead, because that I think would be an amazing experience, and we're really lucky to get given that experience from the school. But not only do we have those bigger residential school trips, but we also, every Wednesday, we have 2 hours of activities, and we take part in university fairs, we practice interviews, we do yoga, we do dancing around Christmas time. We do Just Dance, which is really fun for everybody to get together, and it's also a good time for us to get close to the year above, and then we feel like we can ask them questions about what they might have done when they were in year 12 or lower 6th. So I think we're really lucky to be able to go on those kind of trips. And I know the year above, before COVID, went pottery making and did those sorts of things.
Yeah. Well, fingers crossed everything will be back to normal before we know it, and you'll get to go to India and kind of travel the world, which would be wonderful. Can you talk to me a little bit about your media prefect role at EME?
Yeah, so I was very lucky to be made media prefect, and what I do is I work closely with Sarah Ackworth, who gives me some really great advice on marketing and media and the more business side to the school, which is amazing. I think I learn a lot of life skills. Even if I don't want to go and do something like this when I'm older, I think it's still just really great things to learn. But I get to make lots of videos for the social media and learn about that sort of side of things. But I think it's really great having that opportunity.
Oh, brilliant. And I know you're thinking about biology, that kind of future path at university, but understanding media and business is really useful to anything that you do. So thank you so much, Emmy. Thank you. Now, Yestin, I'm going to talk about one of my favourite parts of school now, lunches. Tell me, what is your favourite lunch?
My favourite lunch is probably either roast or their cottage pies.
Oh, brilliant. They're two of my favourite, as well as Fish and Chip Friday, actually. And talk to me now about the variety of food and offer and kind of how is it served? How does it work?
Well, there's lots of food. There's always a meat food, vegetarian. There's pasta if you don't like any of that. But if you don't like any of that, the people who cook everything always has something that you would like.
Oh, brilliant. I know they cater for every kind of dietary requirement, don't they? And there's salads. And what about puddings? Are you a pudding person?
Yes.
Favourite pudding?
Yeah, I love chocolate cake with chocolate custard.
So you're a chocolate person?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. That's wonderful to hear, Yestin. Thank you so much. Poppy, coming to you now. What was it like meeting people in year 7?
Everyone in year 7 is like so welcoming and friendly, and they all make you feel like you have been there for a long time, so you don't feel like you're new or anything. The way they make you feel like that is because they just, when you start, they all just like come and see how you are, and they all just say, come and play with us.
So you all look out for each other and you kind of get to form good friendships and groups, yes?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Is there anybody that sticks out to you that you can remember meeting on the first day that you're still very close with?
Miley.
Oh, brilliant. That's lovely. And now I'm going to come to Ellie, because Ellie's at the other end, being in year 11. Ellie, tell me about your friendships then over the school years.
Well, obviously everyone has different experiences, but for me, the people that I was friends with in year 7, I've stayed friends with all through year 11, and like obviously new people come in and you make friends with them, and you just become closer. And because it's quite a small school, everyone knows each other, and like you're friends with everyone in your year, which is really nice, I think.
Good. And how have they helped over the last year, I suppose, for you?
Like they've been, like all my friends have been great. Lots of the time, especially in lockdown, we might all FaceTime each other and work through the work together, just like to make it a bit more fun. And yeah, been really good.
Oh, lovely, Ellie. Thank you so much. James, coming to you. What have you missed about school, and what are you looking forward to happening when we're all back?
So I've missed quite a few things. So I've missed being able to like see my friends at school, being sociable and that. I've also missed like some things in school, like sports day. We didn't get to do that. That was quite annoying because I do enjoy doing sports day. I missed that.
Looking forward to that next year.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that next year.
And what's your favourite discipline in sports day then? Because you're 6'1", maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, something.
Something like that. So what's your favourite discipline in athletics then for sport?
Well, last time we did sports day, I did shot put, I did hurdles, and I think I did some running thing. I think it was 400 meters or something.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
They're very fun. And I like the hurdles.
So we're looking forward to that. And what about lessons? Are you looking forward to having teacher interaction again and actually being part of a class?
Yeah, it's nice to be able to actually learn, like when you're learning in school, because it's like you're not just sat there. It's quite boring being on the computer screen and just listening to your teacher on your own. It's not quite as nice as being with your friends and learning like face to face with your teachers.
I think we'd all agree with that. We're all really looking forward to that, James. Thank you so much. And now, Millie, you're in year 9, and I know options evening's coming up. What GCSE options are you thinking of taking?
I want to be in sort of marine biologist or zoologist, so I'll be taking biology. Okay,
and now why are you deciding to, obviously biology for your future, but talk to me about the teacher in biology and how things work there.
Miss Ward is a really good biology teacher, and she goes around after putting a question on the board, and if you need help, she'll break down the question and show you how to get the answer.
Oh, brilliant. That's really, really good. And now as far as your other options go, have teachers been supportive in kind of helping you to decide?
Yes, not as much as they could because we're in lockdown and they can't exactly show us everything. Yeah. But some teachers have shown you certain questions, sort of exam style questions for GCSEs.
So you know the assessments for the future and how the course will work. That's brilliant, really. Thank you. I just want to say a massive thank you, everybody, for giving me some of your time and your patience and answering my questions. I cannot wait to see you all again. So a massive thank you, and I will see you soon.